friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So I decided to get out my this home t-shirt. Home is my happy place. This one is a Life is Good t-shirt from a few years ago. So if you're looking for that, that's where you go get it. Okay, I feel like I'm running behind on everything. I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing that is not related to anything I do on here. So, and it's taking up more time than than I thought. So anyway, today is kind of a smorgasbord of things, and I hope then to do some more of your fun questions at the end, because there were a lot of questions. So I thought I'll get another group of those in. But first, before we do that, the color of the day, or the month, color of the month, the color of the month is warm, cozy browns. I think for November, brown is a wonderful color of the month. There are, the fall leaves, just fall in general has that, toasty. It can be the light browns or the dark browns. But if you have something with brown in it, a quilt with brown in it, share that. And go and look at all the turkey quilts. Oh my goodness, you guys were so fun. So many cute turkey quilts. There's some table runners, door banners. I'm like, oh, that's what I need. I need a single turkey door banner. That was so cute. You just got to go over to the Quilts Along with Pat Sloan at Facebook and take a look. Plus, you guys had some really cute things you do with your pins that you collect. The pins like from event pins, different things like that. And the one that was from Australia, my buddy Kendall sent that. He's like, I sent that one to you. I'm like, oh, good. Because I have a few Australian friends, so I wasn't sure which one had given me that, and he did. So that was cool to find out. So you can go see those two. You can go to the media tab, and that way it shows all the pictures. But like sometimes if somebody shares something, our friends, in the group might share within the comments their photos. So you want to just poke around, take a look at all that. It's a lot of fun. And if you're not on Facebook yet, just join. Just join. It's so easy, and you get so much out of the community, just more than you will ever expect. It's the whole reason I quilt, is to have a community of people to hang out with. I'm not a solo person. All right. So that's the color of the month, some sort of warm, cozy brown. It's also Family PJ Day. Now, I don't know when that sort of craze started, family PJs, and I know people will make them and they all dress up, and that's so cute. It's always so cute. You can leave me just comments about that here at YouTube or over in the fireside chat at Facebook if you want to. You can even put pictures there, because that's our community to chat about things that are not quilting. And it's pickle day. So if you do have a quilt with a pickle, and then bonus, if it's a brown quilt with a pickle, I don't know who makes a quilt with a pickle. I'm sure one of you have, because I know that there's like a thing about pickle ornaments on Christmas trees. I've seen that. I don't really know the backstory on that. If you happen to know it, tell it in the comments here at YouTube. So those are the things. All right, and also this weekend is the event at the Virginia Quilt Museum for the Harrisonburg exhibit. So there is an exhibit of about 20 quilts, and the original antique will be there, my quilt, Wendy's quilt, and then a group of your quilts. So you submitted your quilts, and the curators of the museum pared it down to get a selection, a variety of different sizes and styles and things to show. So Wendy and I will be there from 1 to 4 on Saturday at the museum. Of course, we'll be there before 1, but at 1 o'clock, we're going to just do a little chit chat, a little banter back and forth, and then open it for Q&A. And then after that, we'll just be hanging out at the exhibit and talking to those of you who come to visit. And then hopefully we'll see some of the makers of the quilts. And some of those quilts, we actually met them in the open house day that we did last year. And then they submitted their finished quilts, and so that's super fun. But some of them we haven't met. So, and a few of my friends who help here as the ambassador will also be driving in. And so that's really fun. If you are here on YouTube, and you will get to meet them too if they're hanging out while you're there. They may not be there the entire time, but you'll see. You'll see if they are there. Okay, I want to show you a picture. So the first round of cookies, the Leckerli cookies, went out, and this picture is from Kathleen. So there was it Nancy and Kathy both received a tin of their choice of their Leckerli cookies, and Kathleen sent this picture. Isn't that cute? Look, she's good at picture taking too, because she said they're very yummy. So remember, you can get a discount with my code if you want to order cookies. And also yesterday I put up the post for Block Wednesday that you can enter again. We're going to give Sandy, who owns the Leckerli Cookie Company, she's going to give away 2 tins, and then I'll have another opportunity probably next week for the last 2 tins. So be sure that you get in on that. Let's look at the books from Wendy's book, the Autumn Quilting. This one behind me, the peach and the navy. That's called Pumpkin Pancakes. Sort of the peaches, oranges, a little bit rusty tones, but they are just so pretty. And look, there we go, all the way up to the top. Look at that. And all the quilts in the book are super great size. They're all kind of lap size. They're just really, really wonderful. That is so stunning. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a quilt from here. Today I'll show you the one that I'm going to be making, but if you want to make one of the other ones from the book, that's fine. You make the one that you like from the book, so you get the book and you actually get to make the quilt from it, and the book is super reasonably priced. I forget what its price is, but it's like 13 bucks, something like that. And for these 9 wonderful, amazing patterns, I mean, you can't even buy one pattern sometimes for that, and you're going to get a whole book. So yeah, that is super, super cool. So I have 2 more to show you, and I'm going to do that now because I have to take that down then and show you something else. Okay, first let's wait, I got to figure out which one it is. So this one is called Italian Cream Cake, and it is the one that is like a plaid and has 3 different fabrics on a lighter background. So it's sort of a darker, a medium, and a lighter tone, but none of them are super high contrast to each other. And I think that's what makes this quilt really unique, is how, there's just kind of this woven effect to it. And then here's the backing that she put on it. And the quilting is some overall big swirls. You can kind of see in there. Yeah. So you could do this, I think I mentioned this before, but you could do this with 3 shades of anything. 3 shades of pink, 3 shades of yellow, 3 shades of blue, green, purple. Just picking something that maybe is just a wee bit darker, and then the other 2 are super close. They're not as high a contrast difference between that one here and this one here. So they're closer in color. All right, so that's that guy. And then the other one I'm going to show you is the one that we are going to do from the book. Well, I'm going to do it from the book. You can do whichever one you want. This is called the Blueberry Orange Bread. I don't know. I think we need to petition her to put the recipes in here next time. Miss Wendy, if you're going to tell us food, give us the recipe. Just send me the cake. Just send it all over. Blueberry orange bread. Oh, it sounds so good. Okay, here we are. So this is one that you can really use your scraps. I think that that's super fabulous. I am going to be making mine with Gratitude and Grace. And so that is, and I have an image on the project page, a digital mock-up of it in Gratitude and Grace that Wendy did for me. And in a minute here, I'll pop it up on the screen. And so that is the one we'll do. And look at the border then. She did, all the squares. And I really like that, because if you're going to go scrappy, this is it. Like if you want to use up some of the stuff that you have. So give me a second here. I'm going to switch this down, okay? Put up Wendy's Christmas All Year, because it's quilted. I don't have the binding on, but it's quilted. I'm going to show it to you. First, this is the blueberry orange bread in Gratitude and Grace. So this is a digital image, it's mocked up. This is how it will look. So the one that Wendy did was much more oranges and peaches and that kind of a thing. And mine will have a bunch of different colors because that's what Gratitude and Grace has. So the fabric, my fabric line. So that's what it'll look like. And we will probably start that like right after, get it going, like right after Christmas, the week between Christmas and New Year. We'll do a kickoff day and then sew blocks through January and finish up in February. And so that's how it will look. And behind me is Christmas all year. Look at that. So it's back. I'm going to get the other camera, which is charging, because you know how it goes. I didn't get it charged in between when I wasn't filming, and I went to pick it up and it was like, no, batteries can't work. So there it is. I'll get that. I think it'll be charged. I can get it now. But here is a stripe that I'm going to use. This is a stripe. Now I want to show you the backing then. So I'm gonna flip it around because I had, remember that granny square fabric? Yeah, no, not granny square. No, it was grandmother's flower garden fabric that my friend Bev designed for one of her lines a few years ago that I wanted to use. And here it is. Here it is. That is that fabric. And then I put a stripe, a diagonal stripe that I had as the spacer between it. So there you go. So there's the, and I have a bunch more of it, so I can make a second quilt with that fabric. And this was from one of Bev McCulloch's older lines. So yeah, look at that. So let me get the other camera. Here we are. I want to show you the quilting. So my long armor Karen and I talk about the quilting, and she sends me a bunch of ideas. And I did want something sort of Christmassy, but not like funky images, I don't know, reindeer or anything. So she found this beautiful poinsettia with like the little holly berries. So I think, and then there's holly leaves. See the holly leaf? And I just think it turned out perfect because there's a lot of white space here. So you do see that texture, and you actually see the images really well in a lot of the places. And so this is going to hang above my sofa for this Christmas. And I will get the binding on, I don't know when, next week. And then I'm going to try to actually switch out my living room later next week. So this will have to be done first, which I can do it. But look, yeah, so wonderful. So I can't wait to see yours. Be sure you're sharing it over at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. I'm very, very excited. I just love this quilt along that Wendy did from her Christmas book, which is kind of the companion. She did the Christmas book first, and then she did the autumn book afterwards. So it's so delightful. And also remember, we're going to do a Kate May with this awesome fabric from Rachel Rossi at Benartex. And I think I'm going to do the smallest one because of time. So I will be doing the crib size or wall or baby size. I forget. Well, probably maybe the wall size. I'm not sure. I have to see. But it is going to be fun, and I hope you join in. On that. And then afterwards, we will be doing the one with Gratitude and Grace that has the kit out at the Fat Quarter Shop. So let me show you that one real quick. Let me just hold it up. So here is the flower patch done with the Gratitude and Grace in the blues and greens. Look at that. I am so excited for this one. We're just going to have so much fun. And I might do maybe like a table runner to go with this. There's the backing I used. But do like 3 of the blocks for a table runner. I think that would be pretty, just like what's across the top here, and the border on it, just matching this. I think that would be super cool. So that's probably what I'm going to sew, because this part of the quilt, this main quilt was done already. Yeah, so that is coming. That is coming in December, because the kits just got done, so that you can go get a kit. Okay, I had a little mail call, so let's do this, the mail call, and then I will, I'll do some Q&A. Do some Q&A. That's always super fun. So this beautiful card is from Mary Alice in Arizona. Look at that. So pretty. Thank you, thank you. And she sent along some goodies for some goodies for Greg and I. Oh, we really appreciate that so much. You're so thoughtful. Let's just stick this here. And I had a second one that came in the mail, and this one is from Haley in Missouri. And she said she knows it's a little after Halloween, but she still had the this is, when it came. So, and I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. But she wrote it here. So Haley did ask if I was excited for the Disney Dreamlight new expansion releases and stuff. So if you're not a gamer, when you buy a game, a video game, often, or certain companies do it this way, they will have updates. And Disney Dreamlight Valley is quite exciting because they do a lot of updates. There's actually a weekly thing that happens, a weekly event that's a community-based event, which I love. And then they do updates for new characters to come in, and who will be coming in is Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and she is going to have some quilting. Oh my gosh. Yes, there'll be quilting. And do you know what she looks like? Here, let me show you. So in all honesty, I don't know much about Sally, but I love her now. But she is part of the Nightmare Before Christmas movie, and she quilts, and look at her patchwork dress, and she actually stitches her arm back on. It's so funny. So she will be a new character coming into the valley, and there's also a brand new whole story and world that is available. It's like an extra purchase, but that's coming. I'm very excited, Haley, about both of them. Now, oh, wait. She sent me some other things. So she sent these too. Besides making me very excited to talk about Disney Dreamlight Valley, she sent me, look at that, unicorns. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's so sweet. Okay. I'm a goofball. I am just a goofball. I don't know. You want to talk about Disney Dreamlight Valley? I am there. It is so fun. I really enjoy it. Okay. All right. Some questions. I'm going to do some of the fun questions for a few minutes here. So at the end, I think that's cool because you sent some really nice ones. Let's see. This is about, what do we got here? About cooking food. Okay. So first one's from Wendy. So my buddy Wendy. Yes. So she wants to know, what's my favorite dessert? Oh, or a dessert based on the seasons. That's really difficult because I do love a good cherry pie, but it's really all about the crust. So it's like a good pie crust, and the interior of it is cherry is my favorite. I'll eat apple and other things, but it's really all about the crust. So if the crust isn't any good, and then, what do we have? Do I like to cook? Rinda asked, do I like to cook? I used to, let's put it that way. I used to, but I have a lot more things I would rather do now than cook. It doesn't give me very much joy anymore. So yeah, it's not something I like to do that much. So also then, like Teresa said, do you have a favorite meal that you cook from scratch? And do I feed dinner guests? No, I don't feed dinner guests ever. I don't know. I do not like to feed other people ever. Never have. I've never enjoyed feeding other people. So that's just not my thing. So like I said, years ago, I made like lasagna, or, I messed around with different things, but like in the past 15 years, no, not my thing anymore. So let's see. Do I watch TV? This is from Janella. Do I watch TV? And where is my TV? So I do not watch TV. I haven't watched TV for much, for 15 years if not longer. And it's just not my thing. I don't prefer to sit and listen to that. I don't have any of the streaming channels. I use YouTube. That's my primary thing, YouTube and Amazon Prime. So those are the two things that I watch on my computer, and Greg and I actually watch together on a computer or some sort of device. So if we're going to watch something together, but I like a little bit more, I don't know, like documentaries and things where you learn something, how things work. That's the kind of stuff I like to watch. Do I listen to anything when quilting? Sometimes. And if it is, I'm listening to YouTube channels. I listen to other YouTubers. They could be gardening. Right now I listen to the Disney Dreamlight Valley YouTubers. That's who I listen to. Judy wanted to know, do I listen to podcasts or music? No. No, not into that. I don't. I generally sit in silence a lot. That's just the way I am. My mom's really similar. She doesn't much listen to anything except for what her husband wants to listen to. So if Frank's listening to something, she's got to listen to that. Let's see. Other hobbies. These are kind of the fun ones. Other hobbies. Deborah really likes listening to me because we're approximately the same age, she said. So that the things I enjoyed growing up or whatever, she can relate to them. Hold on, I have to cough. All right, excuse me. So she wanted to know if I ever canned things, did canning, vegetables, whatever you all can. No, I've never done canning. We talked about food earlier, right? When I was very, very young, like, probably about 20, I thought canning sounded really interesting, and I bought a book on canning because there was no internet, so you couldn't learn anything any other way unless there was a TV show that happened to come on canning, and there wasn't. So I got the book, and nobody in my family cans, my great-grandparents, my grandparents, aunts, uncles, zero. Nobody. This is not a thing in my family. So I didn't have any exposure to it and ended up never doing it. And now I have no interest. So Lise asks, when I'm all done doing videos and all the other kind of things that go along with, the quilting for work and, emails and, all that other stuff. She goes, what other things do I really like to do? Well, I like to go for walks. That's we walk every day for 3 miles. Greg and I walk 3 miles. It's usually in the morning. We get it over with, but we enjoy it. We really enjoy the walk. So walk 3 miles. When it's nice out in the spring, I'm a spring gardener. I like to garden in the spring. I really don't like to garden much any other time. This just in the spring. And then I have other hobbies like the video games right now, and in the past I might read a book or, might do some other craft, like I did paper crafts for a while, just things that are a little bit different and creative. But I really enjoy the video games because they are, the kind I play are cozy games, and they're a very creative environment. You're doing a lot of decorating, but then you do like challenges, and there's a lot of interaction, and there's great communities out there. You can chat about what's going on. So I enjoy all of that. See, and then Pam asked, besides sewing, and like she called it needle pointing, what other things do I like to do? So it's like, I'm not the kind of person, I kind of just said, but I'm kind of not the person who does a lot of different things. I much prefer a much more narrow focus, and I tend to be like all in, like all in. I'm like doing this. And so I used to do a lot of hand applique, and then I did a lot of machine applique, and I pretty much kind of got done with that. I don't really have a big interest in that anymore, but I enjoy the cross stitch now. And so I don't do it as often as I think I'd like to. So that's doing the cross stitch is something I'll probably add a bit more of that into my life. So, okay. So here's a couple others. That's it. So Debbie wants to know, what is my favorite holiday? All of them. All of them, every single holiday, and all the little tiny quirky ones. Like today is, family PJ day. I love holidays. My granny, which is my dad's mom, loved all the holidays, and I definitely fell close to that tree. It's like you give me a holiday, I'm there, and I celebrate holidays for myself. We don't have children. Greg doesn't care, so I do it all for me. So these are all the 2 other Christmas ones, and we'll wrap it up. So Kathleen wants to know, do I have a special Christmas tradition, Greg and I? Let's see if any of you other ones have this one. My special Christmas tradition is discussing quite a few times that I need help getting the Christmas decorations down, because I just don't feel like doing them all myself out of the closet upstairs. So Greg's job is to help haul the stuff down. Then I decorate everything myself, do the whole thing, and then I call Greg to come and look at it, and he says it looks fabulous. That's our tradition. Raise your hand if that's yours too, if you are the one responsible for all the decorating and somebody else just has their job is just to come and tell you it looks good. Yeah. And Crystal says live or tree or artificial. Well, if you've been here watching me any length of time, you know that I have a white Christmas tree, and it is definitely not real. It's like, and I've had it for quite a few years now. And prior to that, I had a green tree that was not real. I think we did real trees like the first 2 years we were married, and then we're like, enough of that. And so that's it. That was that. Okay, my friends. So here we go. That was fun. I have other questions. Like some of them are more like business type stuff, and I may or may not do those. I don't know. I was kind of looking for fun things to chat about, but I might toss a few of those in there coming up at some point. All right, your Christmas all year. I hope you're getting the top done now, and you can get it quilted so you can use it next month, at the end of this month, maybe, like I am, like very soon. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.